both of you. I've been doing that impression all morning and now I'm slightly embarrassed, Richard, because I'm doing it in front of you and it was dreadful.
That's all. Try again.
I don't believe it.
That's terrible.
Do people,
Poor man must
do
have
people
had that.
still shout that out to you?
Oh, yes.
Can you still do it?
No.
Well, Richard, do they do it like as if they, well, to both of you, as if they do with us, say, on this show, as if they're the first person to ever say
Exactly.
it, and then collapse in hysterics? Yeah. Because I loved that episode of Father Ted when the guy came over and said it to you, the fan, and then you just punched him in the face.
Yeah, I don't punch people.
No, of course not.
10 years, Annette, together.
What?
10 years you were together on the show.
Right.
How often do you manage to see each other after that? It's quite often hard to keep in touch, isn't
We
it?
don't
when a
remember
show-
when we last met.
No,
No.
no. Basically, we didn't keep in touch. Because he lived in North London and I lived in South. And as far as he was concerned, I lived in South, back and beyond.
Wimbledon. I mean, where's Wimbledon?
That's the trouble with you North Londoners. I'm a South Londoner, I know what you mean.
Oh, yes, I'm north.
It was such a funny show.
He moves in much smarter circles.
But I think you've said in the past that actually you were the grumpier of the two of you.
Well, when you're not being characters, as people, I
Yes.
am much grumpier. I could leave him standing. I'm fierce.
So do people assume that you are Victor Meldrew? Because, you know, you say, I've heard you say before, you know, you're nothing like that character.
People think we live together.
Yeah.
Still,
Richard, you and I did a newspaper review together recently, and you were telling me, and I know you've spoken about this publicly, about your heart attack.
Uh-huh.
And you told me a great story about how you had two incidents of very good luck when you... I mean, you tell the story about what happened.
Well, when I had my heart attack, fortunately, a doctor was passing by. And the other fortunate thing was that my heart specialist was on duty in the Royal Free. Because at 80 years old, you don't... I was just telling Annette about it. You don't recover.
No.
Normally.
So you had two, but did it make you sort of change the way that you were viewing life, or...?
turn you into a nicer person.
Yes, I'm much nicer.
It's much nicer.
But did it make you think, right, with whatever time I have left in life, I want to do this, or...?
No, but every now and again, I realise I'm very, very lucky to be where I am.
Yeah.
Well, you do lots of different things. You and I worked together, didn't we, about
We did,
4 years
darling.
ago?
And it was a great joy.
You directed me in Smack Family Robinson in a play we did at Kingston. We had great fun doing that, didn't we?
We did.
I used to rebel against the beanbags, if you remember. You used to do this trust exercise with the beanbags, and I used to rebel against that and go to the toilet for ages. Yeah. But, what were your, going back to One Foot in the Grave, which obviously we all loved, do you have a favourite moment, a favourite episode? And is it the same one?
I think we both got the same one. It was the driving test, the driving...
Stuck in the traffic jam
Stuck in
behind
the-
a horse.
David Renwick is such a good writer.
Yeah.
And it's when she comes back into... She's been at the toilet. She hasn't been in the series, in the programme until then. She just...
And it's all
Very
about
fun.
writing great characters, isn't it? That how they react in. And my absolute favourite moment from that show was, I think it was a special when you went on holiday and the police arrested you or took you somewhere and you thought you'd been thrown into a cell.
That was a Christmas special.
And it turned out to be your villa. And I remember actually tears pouring down my face. And I hate to sound like an old... But I don't laugh like that now at today's comedy.
No.
But they're bringing a lot of comedy shows back, aren't they? Whether it's sometimes there's a musical or a special. Would you ever consider
On stage? Do you think it
doing
would work on stage?
Or that, well, we wouldn't... It's too much for us to be on stage. But Victor's dead.
Yes, I know that. But I'm just saying... As a retrospective, you know, people would bring back shows and have them on stage as musicals, or you know, they kind of want to revive them.
We're a bit old for it.
But you were going to do a tour, weren't you, Richard?
And Annette is not agreeing with that. I think Annette's perfectly happy to go back on stage, maybe.
Yeah, would you, Annette? You do a tour.
Being a bad dream, and he's not dead.
If you'd like to organise it, we'll do it. If we can get the right fee.
Richard, most actors get grief-stricken when a character gets killed off, but were you sort of secretly quite thrilled? Had you had enough of Victor by then?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
David came to see a play I was in, and he said, I'm thinking of killing Victor. I said, yeah, kill him.
How did you feel about that, Annette?
I didn't want it ever to end, but I could understand why it had to.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, David Renwick wrote all of those.
Yeah.
And the strain must have been... Well, I know it was tremendous.
Yeah.
The BBC doesn't treat its writers very well. They don't understand that you can't actually think, oh, I'll just write a comedy now. You know, so he went through a lot, and he was getting... And, of course, the press, if it's comedy... After a while, they start going, it wasn't as good as the last one.
Yeah.
And that's hard to take when you know perfectly well it was.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was better.
Yeah.
But, so I knew it wouldn't last, but I was sorry. I was sorry.
Well,
I
it's
loved
fantastic to see you back together.
It is,
It's
amazing.
fantastic to see you back together. And Annette, am I right in thinking you're going to be in Call the Midwife?
Ah.
Yeah?
Yes, I am, yes.
You worried me then. I thought I'd released something I wasn't supposed to
That was
say.
an expectant pause.
Yeah.
I've told two people now. There's a friend who said, you're not pregnant, are you? I can't remember, because it was just about 5 minutes ago. I said something, I was saying, what are you doing?
Oh, good. I thought I'd let out a secret, a state secret or something, but you're going to be in the Call the Midwife Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Apparently. So my sources tell me. Anyway, it's a delight to see you both, back together. Thank you very much.